Hello everyone, Amber here with a prenatal flow for you today. This flow was designed for any lower back pain that you may be having during this pregnancy. I do recommend having a block or two with you and one or two pillows as well. We're going to begin sitting down, so either grab one of those blocks or pillows and put it down in the middle of your mat. If you're using a block, make sure you lay it flat. And then sitting on your sits bones and bring your legs out in front of you. At any time, if you feel uncomfortable and need to readjust, please do so. This is your flow, your practice, your body. Begin to gently close your eyes with your hands on your knees. Now, sitting on a cushion or a block is really going to help us elongate our spine and relieve pressure on our sits bones. We are going to begin with 360 breathing. So bring your hands on either side of your ribs. As you inhale, really breathe into your hands, and as you exhale, feel your ribs deflate against the side of your body. So taking a few breaths, inhaling through your ribs into your hands, and then exhale. Take 2 more breaths on your own. This 360 breathing is going to help us to expand and find space between our entire torso, including our abdomen and our lower back. We're just starting off with the ribs right now. Now we're going to do our torso, so bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your lower back. And as you inhale, I want you to breathe into your baby and feel it expand out into your back. And as you exhale, hug it all back in. So inhale, expand, breathing into your baby and into your back. And then exhale, bring it back in. Do 2 more on your own. Finding that wide, deep breathing that a lot of times we might forget about when we're pregnant and we're getting short on breath, to be honest. Okay, now we're going to do the entire torso. So place the hands where you feel most comfortable and will most help you get that 360 breathing. We're going to breathe into our ribs, stomach, and back. So again, hands on ribs, hands on stomach, one hand on a rib, one hand on stomach, or if you don't want to use any hands at all, that's totally fine. You can inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Do 2 more on your own, counting in 4s, making sure not to hold any breath between the inhales and exhales, because if you're not breathing, baby's not breathing. Slowly begin to open your eyes and inhale your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, lean over, and inhale, come back up with your left arm arching over to the sky. Exhale, lean. Inhale, come up with your right arm up, and exhale, lean. Doing a few more on your own, finding the flow while you're moving with your breath. Every time you breathe and move, I want you to think about finding the space in between each vertebrae within your spine. Let's add a little bit more movement to it. So you're going to inhale your right arm up, exhale, lean forward, and bring your left arm around and come back up. Let's reverse it. Inhale, left arm comes up, exhale, lean and roll forward. Inhale, come to the right side, right arm comes up, and exhale back to neutral. Doing 2 more on your own. Really reaching forward as you exhale, and again finding that space in between the vertebrae. Awesome job. Inhale, bring your hands up to the sky. Exhale to heart center. 1 more time. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, heart center. Let's go ahead and remove the block or pillow if you're using one. We're going to come to all 4s into a tabletop. If you need a blanket or a cushion for your wrist or knees, now's the time to do so. We're going to do some hip circles. So it's following your breath that we just established. We're going to circle our hips to the right 4 times. Trying not to scrunch through the back at all and keeping it elongated. And let's reverse it other side. Our spine ends all the way through our tailbone, so we want to make sure we get the hips and lower back moving and get those vertebrae the cartilage lubricated. Come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, come into a cat pose. Then exhale, look towards your right hip as it comes closer to your shoulder. Exhale, cat. And inhale, C crunch to the left. Inhale, cat. And exhale, C crunch. Now, even though I'm saying the word crunch, we're not really trying to tighten up our space. We're trying to find elongation in our sides and in our back. And inhale back to the right. Exhale, cat. And inhale back to C crunch to the left. Come back into neutral spine, tuck your toes, and press back into downward facing dog. Length from the top of the head to one straight line through your coccyx or your tailbone. Downward facing dog helps us really elongate our spine and alleviates any pressure there. We're going to add some movement to it. We get kind of stiff being pregnant, so we're going to inhale, bend your knees, and exhale, straighten them. Inhale, bend, and exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. One more. Inhale, bend, and exhale, straighten. Slowly begin to walk your feet closer towards your hands. Bend your knees, put your hands on your thighs, and slowly roll on up. Apologize that you can't see my hands, but we're going to inhale, going to grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand, and lean over to the right, and circle your upper torso around as you grab your left wrist and come back up. Let's go the other way now. Go ahead and grab onto your left wrist, circle around, grab your right wrist, and come on up. A little version of what we did in tabletop. Inhale, look towards the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your thighs, bend your knees, lower your hands into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Now you can use your blocks to help you with your flat back, but you do not have to. Always an option. Exhale, release. Bring your hands onto your thighs and slowly roll on up. And do that again. Inhale, look towards the sky. Exhale, flat spine, hands on your thighs, forward fold. Inhale, flat back with the blocks or without. Exhale, release, and slowly roll on up. Doing 2 more at your own pace, really following your breath and trying to find the space between your vertebrae and your lower back. When you're ever in Tadasana during forward fold, put your legs as far apart as you would like, as feels comfortable to you. Everybody's babies are different sizes at this point. Try and stay no farther than hip width apart if possible. But if you need to, just make sure those knees are tracking over your toes. I'm going to go into a warrior 2 now, so bring your right foot forward, your left foot 3 to 4 feet farther apart behind you with the toes facing out, and bending that right knee with strong arms. Going to exhale, come into a peaceful warrior. Inhale back to warrior 2, and exhale, peaceful. Doing a few more on your own. Again, I add a lot of movement to these prenatal yoga flows just to keep our body moving and not locking up or becoming stiff. Now with that said, we do need to create some strength, so we're going to stay in warrior 2 just for a couple of breaths. Finding the strength of being a human who's making another human, because that's flippin' amazing when you think about it. If you would like a block, go ahead and grab one. We're going to go into triangle. So we're going to straighten that right knee and lean that right hand down either towards your ankle or grabbing onto the block, opening up that left arm to the sky. And going ahead, if you would like, bending that right knee and straightening with your breath. So inhale, bend, and exhale, straighten, but really focusing on opening up your torso to the sky and not closing in on itself. And just being still just for a couple of breaths. And coming back to warrior 2. Finding a little bit deeper in the knee. And slowly come back up to standing. Let's do our half Tadasana or half vinyasa. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Exhale, slowly forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Hands on legs and slowly roll on up. Let's go ahead and do the left side. So if you're using a block, go ahead and move it over. Coming to a left side warrior 2, left leg in front, toes facing forward, right foot about 3 to 4 feet behind you with toes facing out. And inhale, come to peaceful warrior. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, warrior 2. As you're going back in between peaceful and warrior 2, finding the length in your side body that extends to your lower back as you add in that movement. Settle into warrior 2 just for a couple of breaths, finding the strength and the heat to build. And prepping for triangle now, straightening that knee, lowering your left hand down to the mat and raising your right arm to the sky. Again, either staying on the mat or using a block for support. Go ahead and start bending your knee if you would like. Inhale, you bend. Exhale, you straighten. Again, going at your own pace if this feels comfortable for you. Again, adding more stretch and length as we bend, especially in our hips, making sure that upper body is twisting towards the ceiling. And exhale, come back to warrior 2. And slowly come back up to the front of your mat. And inhale, look up towards the sky. And exhale, hands on legs and forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. And this time, press back into downward facing dog again. Slowly fall onto your knees. Open your knees wide up as you need to. Fold into a child's pose, resting your forehead on the mat, or you could always use a block or pillow if your baby is growing so big and might be a little bit in the way of getting your forehead to the ground. Taking time to breathe, relax, stretch those hips, and releasing any tension in that lower back. Your next exhale, slowly roll on up and come to a seated position with your legs out in front of you. Again, either close together or farther apart, depending on how big your baby is. Going to inhale in our staff position, feet flexed, fingers by your hips, and exhale with their flat back, lean forward, again as far as you can. And exhale, gently fold over your legs. Same thing with child's pose. If you need any blocks to help you lean forward for support, you can just adjust them wherever you need to. Next, inhale, straighten your back. Exhale, come to sit back on up. And we're going to go into our side lying savasana right now. So if you have those two pillows, you can place one for your head, and then one will go under your belly and in between your thighs. So you're creating that extra space and comfort, giving your body some rest. Begin to close your eyes and deepen your breath, getting comfortable, staying here for as long as you want. You showed up for not only yourself today, but the little baby that's inside of you, hopefully with a little bit less pain in your lower back. Again, this was just a quick prenatal flow, but you did it. You showed up and you did it. You are a rock star. Can't even get over how amazing you are. staying here for as long as you want, as long as you need. Because we know you ain't sleeping at night. But when you are ready, begin to open up your eyes, gently removing the pillows and sitting on up. Let's do a couple 360 breaths into our lower back, placing your hands on your lower back. Maybe massaging it, giving it some tender love and care, and giving a little pat down. Let's do a big breath together. Inhale and exhale. Thank you so much for joining this prenatal yoga flow. I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.